my loves, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am going to show you how you can create this fall look. Now my inspiration came from all my coffee drinks I've been making. I've been making chocolate, coconut flavor, pumpkin cream, pumpkin cheesecake. So I played with shimmers, which consisted of the light and that golden shimmer, along with chocolate, color brown tones. I played with orange tones. And so yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe down below to join me on this YouTube journey. I do a lot of DIYs, a lot of fashion, and just basically anything that I like, guys. So guys, without further ado, let's get this fall look started. So in order to recreate this look, first you're going to need to prime your eyes. It doesn't matter what type of primer you use, whatever primer you like. I like to use the Urban Decay. I just dab it in I just put a little bit in my fingers just like this, and I just go ahead and put it all over my eye. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill, and I'm also going to be using the Dominique palette, the Latte palette. So this is going to be one of the main palettes I'm going to be using, which is the Jaclyn Hill. And I really do like that palette. And the second palette I'm going to be using is the Dominique's Latte palette. This one's a really cute palette, but I'm not really using a lot of the colors in there. It's going with the vanilla cream. And what I'm going to do is just use like whatever flat brush, and I am going to go ahead and grab some. And then I'm going to apply it all over my eye. Just like this. Now this is going to create a really good base for my eye. I go in with the brush right here. And I'm going to go in windshield wipe motion. And make sure I am getting it all over the eyelid. Just like that. So a really good tip, guys, is hold the brush at the end and use a light rotation motion. Just windshield wiper motion, but make sure it's like a very light hand. You don't want to go heavy, or you're gonna have trouble blending. I'm gonna go in with Secret right here, and what I'm gonna do is this part's a little tricky, guys. Just what I like to do is go down and kind of create that crease. And don't worry about it looking kind of a little bit weird. We are going to blend it. It's just to basically create that C. Next, what I'm going to do is grab a blending brush, and I'm going to go back into the brush and use that as a way to blend my eye. I'm drinking a lot of pumpkin cream coffee, and then I actually got this like chocolate coconut syrup flavor, and so I kind of wanted to combine the pumpkin with the chocolate, and so yeah, that's basically where I got the inspiration to this look. After you're happy with your blending skills, it should start looking a little like this. Now we are gonna go back so we can get a little bit more on that dark chocolate look, but for now we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna go ahead and go to basically our lid. So now we're gonna focus on that shimmery color. For that shimmery color, I used Boom. So I'm gonna get another smaller flat brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put probably like 3/4 of the lid is going to be the Boom from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I try to keep it underneath where we created that crease. That way we don't take away that dark look of what we're trying to create. And like I said, don't worry if you feel like it doesn't look exactly how you want it to look. This is why after you apply everything, you go back and you could reapply a little bit more shadow or blend it a little bit better. So I kind of like to perfect it at the end. It's all about art, guys. Imagine if you're painting a canvas. So you have a blank canvas, you have your primer. So you start with one color and then you start adding more and more in order for the color to be vibrant or to create the look that you're trying to create. So I always like to keep that in mind. So, and I use macchiato for my inner lid. I'm gonna go in with a really flat brush, and I am going in with the macchiato, and I am just going to focus on that 1/3 of the lid that you didn't cover with Boom, just like that. If you feel like with these colors it doesn't look as vibrant as you want them, that's okay, guys, because the cool part with it is I like to use my fingers when it comes to shimmery shadows. I feel like it really gets the color, it makes it look more pigment. I'm going to go ahead and grab the same brush I used for Boom, and I'm going to apply a little bit in the center so I could basically create kind of like a gradient effect, so that way it doesn't look like I have two separate colors. So with Boom, I'm going to go a little bit in there. And if I feel like I have too much Boom than I do on that side, I'm just going to grab a little bit more of the macchiato and just mix that in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that same brush I used to apply Secret. I'm going to mix Mugshot with Secret. The reason why I mix those up is because I'm not trying to take away from that orange look that we were going for. And guys, I am creating as we go, so I kind of have an idea what I'm doing, but we'll see how it turns out, guys. So if I feel like one of my eyes is a little darker than the other, I can go ahead and just apply a little bit more darkness to it. After we have that, if you feel like you want to add a little bit more, I'm going to go in with my finger. I'm going to have Boom and just apply it. Oh, so pretty, guys. It's such a pretty color. And I'm going to do the same with macchiato. Yummy. It's making me want I want a coffee, guys. Next, add your eyeliner. I hate doing my wing and not have my foundation on, so we're gonna go ahead and underneath our eyes, we're gonna go back with Secret from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm getting more like a dense brush, and this is the BH Cosmetic 118, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put half of it. Same brush, I'm just gonna get Rush, and I'm gonna add Rush closer to my inner. So guys, this is basically the look, but I'm gonna go ahead and come back after I put my foundation, and then I'll show you how it looks after you put on your face. So for my face, I like to use an Henriksen. I'm sorry guys, I'm butchering this name, but I do like to use this. This is my moisturizer, so I just add a little bit. Honestly, a little bit goes a long way with this. It's very hydrating for my skin. The next one is the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and guys, I really like this one. I just put a little bit on my fingers. A little bit goes a long way with this. I actually stimulate it by rubbing it together and just apply it in the areas where I have large pores, which is my cheeks, a little bit down here, and a little bit over my nose. And that's basically it. I don't apply anymore. That is all you need. Now, another item that I really love is the Milk. It's a blur stick, and like I said, I really don't like my pores showing, so I go ahead and just, maybe I'm using this wrong, but to be honest, it's been working for me. Cool. Okay, now that the face is basically primed, we're gonna go in. You can go in with your concealer, or you could go straight into your foundation. To be honest, I've been breaking out, so I'm gonna use just a little bit of concealer before I basically apply my foundation. When it comes to concealer, I like to use the Too Faced multi-use sculpting concealer, and what I like to do is I just like to add a little bit in the areas where I'm breaking out. I get a beauty sponge and my Max Fix Plus and just basically drench it. Now you could drench this with water, but I prefer to do this way. Same thing, it's the sponge is wet, so it makes blending a lot easier. Okay, now I know that some of my imperfections are still showing, but I am not stressing out about it because honestly, we're going to go in with foundation. So if you want to go heavy on your concealer, by all means, go for it. Okay, so for foundation, some of my favorites right now is mixing my Fenty with my Latte, and this is a SPF Oxynate sunscreen, 24-hour color, and of course this is the Fenty Beauty. So I do like to mix these two to create my own cocktail, and I kid you not, this basically lasts forever. Like, these are my go-to guys. But for today, since I'm still basically trying out this one, it's the Il Maquillage. I'm still trying this one out. I'm still in between, to be honest. I feel like it's not super full coverage like it's supposed to be, but I'm still giving it a try. So this is what I'm gonna do today. Favorite foundation brushes is a Morphe M439. This is like my all-time favorite foundation, so I'm just gonna squirt some, just 2 pumps, and I'm gonna go ahead and dab. Now, I don't like to bring my foundation all the way up here because that is why eye concealer is meant for. And I kind of feel like ever since I stopped applying my foundation right underneath my eye, basically my eye concealer stopped moving, which is quite exciting. I'm going to build this foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and do another pump, and I'm gonna focus on the areas where I am breaking out and just basically blend it so I built that up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add another pump. This might be a waste of product, but to be honest, like I said, I thought it was gonna be full coverage, so I don't know, guys. I don't know about this foundation yet. Well, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about this foundation? I'm in between, like I said. But I'm going to go ahead and set this with a setting powder. It could be any setting powder that you like. But I'm going to go in my Makeup Forever Setting Pro Finish Powder. And what I like to use is I like to use like a big fluffy brush. And I just apply it. I basically apply it like on my forehead and around my cheeks, but I don't focus here yet. For under eye concealer, I love the Tarte. It's one of my favorites. And so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the same blending brush that I use for the concealer, because honestly, concealer, not a big deal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to wet this. I go really light on the concealer. So I just basically do that. I don't put any on my nose. I don't know. I kind of never really liked that. And you're gonna blend. One of the cool things that I've learned over the years is when you're applying your foundation, go against your wrinkles if you do have wrinkles, and it actually helps. If you are worried that some of your eyeshadow went out, if that's fine, guys, we can always go back to it. Okay, so once that's blended, I'm gonna go with my Ben 9 Luxury Powder in Banana. What to do is put some there. I'm gonna go ahead and tap some so you have some product, and tap, tap, tap. After you are done basically setting your under eye, I am going to move on to contour. So we're gonna go ahead and contour. I'm using the chocolate from Too Faced, and I am going to go with like a big all over fluffy brush, but it's a little bit angled. I like to go underneath my chin to basically define my jawline. I like to go hard on your bronzer. The cool thing about bronzer is that you could always build it up. And so what I like to do is I like to do like a C form, kind of like a C form. And depending on how your forehead is, if you have a big forehead or smaller, you're going to want to bronze more or bronze less. So what I like to do is I like to bronze here, a little bit up there, not too much. Next, I'm going to go with Park Princess. I actually dropped this and all the colors came out. Luckily, none of them broke, but now I don't know which color is what. So I try to go based on which one was, you know, remembering and which one's darker. But I'm going to go with Angle, and I am going to just go on my cheek. And I'm just going to focus this on my cheek only. For my nose, what I like to do is I like to go with like a little bit of a fluffier but skinnier. And this is where I am going to define my bronzer. I love a lot of bronzer. At the end of the day, it actually blends into your skin and it starts looking a lot smoother and cuter. I feel like as the day goes on, whenever I go light on my bronzer, I kind of feel like it disappears. So I do go a little bit heavy on the bronzer. You don't have to go heavy on your bronzer, but that's what I prefer to do. For my nose, I grab whichever bronzer I've been using and I just go in a straight line. Now everybody's nose is different and you will contour it based on your nose style, but I just like to go like this. Just like this. Next, I'm gonna go with my blush, and I've been using this new one. It's the Decay from Tarte, and it's a really pretty color, guys. Super cute. I'm going to grab like a round fluffy. I'm gonna tap and work my way up. Now, if you really want to draw attention to your cheeks, you could go ahead and add a lot more to your blush, but to be honest, I don't like to add a lot of blush. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, so just depends on my mood. But yeah, I'm just going to go light on my blush. I don't want to draw a lot of attention to my cheeks, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the blush, but I'm still going to add a little bit of blush to give me that cute little innocent look, but I want it to be focused on my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my highlight. Now for my highlight, I do like to use the Artist Couture. This is the Illuminate. And this is so good, guys. But I think for today, I'm going to use the Dose of Color. And this is the DesixKaty collection, and I'm using the Fuego, and I love to use this Morphe N501 brush. Guys, this is so good at applying your highlight. Oh my goodness, I hope you guys can see that. Woo, that is on fire, guys. So good. A little bit on my upper lip and just a dot on my nose. I used the lip scrub from Lush, and this is the mint flavor. So okay, so now that I basically scrub off the foundation and I just used the wipe to take that off, now I like to go ahead and do a lip liner, and since I want to focus on fall, I'm going to go a little dark for the lips. I'm using the Cabernet from Jordana, and I'm going to apply this all over my lip. How do I look, guys? Look is complete. Just kidding. I'm going to go ahead and basically apply my lip color, which I'm going to go ahead and use the I Love Sarai, the Ultra Matte Lip in Mamacita. I think this is so perfect for the look that I'm trying to recreate. So, oh, that's so pretty. Also, don't forget to add your setting spray, and I'm using the Urban Decay. So, okay guys, so before we are finished, we have to finish our eyeliner, and we also have to fix our bottom eye. So just basically apply a little bit more so you can make it more vibrant, and just do the wing the way you prefer to do it. So be right back, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and continuing watching this video, and hopefully I will get better at it, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!